And welcome back, everyone, to part 4 of What If Naruto had a Zanpakuto, the Shigarami edition. Last time, Naruto very much managed to beat Neji. And Sasuke's fight with Gaara went a lot smoother than it did in the original. But it still ends with the invasion beginning. Now, Gaara still hightails it out of there, along with Temari and Kankuro, and Sasuke follows in pursuit. Unfortunately, now, this part I don't always, what's the best way to put it? This part is always a little difficult for me to kind of determine. Having the Zanpakuto is its own entity, but it is also just a reflection of you. It technically has its own power source, but it's also relying on your own power source. It's not exactly something like, say, Samahada, which could knock you out of Genjutsu if you're using it correctly. So does Naruto. The question is, still getting knocked out. Not that it matters greatly. I just think it's a question that needs to be asked for things like Genjutsu down the road. I will say this. I think when Naruto obtains his Bankai, he is capable of basically pulsating chakra from the Zanpakuto through his body to get rid of it, to negate the Genjutsu. But here, not so much. Naruto would still be knocked out, same with Sakura. But then Sakura gets released, or releases herself. Kakashi wakes him up, Sakura wakes him up, whatever. And so they have to hightail it towards Sasuke. Now, that being said, Naruto is actually able to do a little bit more in this scenario than he was in the original scenario leading up to his fight with Gaara. What do I mean by that? Well, when Naruto and the gang know that the Sound Ninja are chasing them, Naruto basically just brings out Shigarami. I think I've got an idea. And just makes a couple clones, like, stall them, guys. And just basically makes them run around kind of in a circle. Because he does what he did with Orochimaru and just, does tapestry to keep the Sound Ninja from basically catching up with them. They end up going in like a loop until they figure out, we've been had. What, fabric? We need to. It's like, we need to go after them. We need to find them again, or we need to find the trail again. Yeah, all of a sudden they hear that. So I finally caught up with you guys, huh? Yeah, I don't think you're going to be going chasing after them. You've got more important things to deal with. And so Ozma takes care of them. Because Naruto has a very unique ability with Shigarami, particularly the whole making tapestries to look like the environment among them, and because he can use his clones and he's gotten pretty quick with the sewing, he should be able to kind of stall them indefinitely until Ozma takes them out, which means a drastic change happens here. Sasuke still is pretty tired out from his fight with Gaara. Gaara and him go at it again. He's still got one Chidori left. And I go what I said initially. Now, someone didn't quite agree with like how strong Sasuke would be. I'm not saying he'd be immensely stronger, but like Jonin or whatever level. But he would, I think, be a degree stronger. Like not twice as strong per se, but he'd probably be faster than he was in the original because that's what they were working on, is speed for the Chidori. And I still believe he'd have an extra lightning jutsu, probably let's just say false lightning under his belt. But I think also building up his chakra to be able to do more than 2 shots, I think is important. And while they work on his speed for like the first 2.5 weeks, working on his chakra and building that up, I think would have been the next big thing. So, yeah, I think what happens is he can squeeze out the 3rd shot, just as he does with the curse mark. But then he's completely foobarred. Like, he's just, like, not dead, but dead on his feet. Like, I don't have anything left in me. I was like, Sasuke, what's and gets smacked in the face. And then as Gaara's about to move, he gets caught by Shikamaru, who's there too. That's a big drastic change, that Shikamaru actually gets to hang here for a bit longer and still manages to keep his chakra still pretty low, mind you. He's not really all that recovered. But he was able to recover a little bit more of his chakra here. Like a percent more. Because he's still running. He's still using a lot of his energy. And unfortunately, with someone like Gaara, their shot of possession at best might hold him there for a few seconds. Which is more than enough for Naruto to kind of get in there and like do what he has to do. If he can get in there. Shikamaru's like, Shikamaru, I barely got any chakra left. This guy's chakra that just keeps growing bigger, larger and larger. I might be able to hold him for like 3 seconds, but after that, I'm going to be cooked. And obviously, Naruto's still freaking out. It's like, Naruto, I need you. You can't. This is not good. Naruto's getting freaking out. So, Sasuke's mom. I'm going to kill you, Sasuke. It's like, yeah, I don't have any time for you. I want Sasuke. And that's where Sakura obviously gets in the way. Like, no. Yeah. Just smacks her around. Sakura. Oh, not good. It's like, Naruto at first is struggling like he does initially. Like he does still manage to get some chakra thread into the exposed part of Gaara's wardrobe, because at that point he was about half and half, give or take. So part of his wardrobe is still very much available for Naruto to do something with. And then Naruto finally gets the gumption as Shikamaru's trying to use a kunai. It's like, it's like, trying to get Sakura out of there. But it's like, damn, what's this sand made of? He must be using his chakra to harden it. I can't get through it. It's like, you're next. It's like, and then finally Naruto just, boom, actually lands a real hook on it. I swear, I'm not gonna let you touch any of my friends, even if it kills me. And it's like, you really are a nuisance, Naruto. It's a monkey. And then Naruto pulls the string. What? That's right, that needle of his. It uses chakra as a thread. He managed to catch my outfit. The sand hasn't fully encompassed me yet. And then Naruto comes in, clones, start kind of beating on him. But Gaara just, is that the best you can do? And then Naruto just like kind of does this with his finger. It's like, not quite. It's like, and then Naruto just, and all of a sudden, Gaara's clothes don't bind. Naruto actually does something a little bit more dangerous. He does actually do the kind of spike thing that Senjumaru did against, what was it, Nyanzo? I believe that's the servitor's name. He just but he does it more like as just one big spike to kind of just wound him. Not lethal. I mean, it being bad otherwise, but because of the Jinchuriki chakra, all that, it's less lethal, more just the build. And Senjumaru points out you could have done a lot more with that, Naruto. Smaller needles to puncture more of his body. I don't want to kill him, but I don't have to. It's like, Naruto, you can't fight with a hand behind your back. He's like me, Shigarami. That heart of gold of yours, Naruto. He will be the death of us, I fear. But I am behind you no matter what. It's like, right. And then Naruto just starts basically binding him in the clone. It makes some more clones. Starts binding him and taps like, you. It's like, you're not going anywhere. Don't you underestimate me. And then obviously rips it. Whoa. And of course, he's the Jinchuriki of the One Tails. He's almost completely into the transformation. Sen Shuriken! Naruto basically thinks fast, just pulls out, makes the clones more or less go and just make a tapestry in between. Unfortunately, the tapestry is like, poof, and Naruto just has to block it. Luckily, his clothes are resistant still, but again, things like wind, earth, water, things that don't have like true energy behind them with chakra mixed in there are gonna be more just like, okay, the chakra aspect will be fine, but I can still take like blunt force, concussive slicing damage. And wind is no exception. Wind's a bitch to deal with. And then Naruto, runs out, okay, I have an idea. He just throws kunai at him. It's like, is that the best you can do? And Naruto then also just basically instantly just puts explosive tags on you. Boom! And so Gaara's I almost went back on my chair. I'm in a different chair at the moment, so this one leans back. But just, you, and then straight out of the teachings of Kakashi Sensei, 1,000 years of death. Just knocks him back in. And obviously he does 1,000 Naruto 2K barrage, and then nearly beats the hell out of him. Not him. There's no way I'm gonna lose to a guy like him. And so now Gaara obviously transforms. Boom. It's like, oh. And then you can hear Shigarami and his head going, and this is why I really stress sealing jutsu. Because even Shigarami in her head, without Naruto having her Bankai, is like, oh, this is not good. And then obviously the sand comes in, but the crow's like, I'm not letting you, not being embarrassed by that Tanuki. And obviously the chakras and poof. This is gonna be no sweat. What do you say, Cheeto? You willing to fight by my side? Take a hike. What? Why should I bother messing with a guy like him? And so obviously he still decides to work with Naruto. Now, unfortunately, in this scenario, Shigarami really can't do much. Even with Gaara kind of sitting on the head there's not much Shigarami's going to be able to do in this instance, unfortunately. Naruto, in theory, the one thing Naruto could do if he still had some chakra is like use a bunch of clones to make one massive tapestry. And what Naruto, and I think Naruto does some of chakras for some clones. So what he does is he actually starts, without Bunta knowing, reinforcing Bunta's outfit with chakra-resistant fabric, but chakra-enhanced chakra-resistant fabric. And so when Bunta gets hit, that kind of hurts. I'm surprised though. That didn't hurt. I've upgraded your. Huh? What have you been? You've been doing what? Yeah, no. It's like, oh, that's right. That needle of yours. The thread is made from chakra, correct? Yeah, but it's just like regular fabric. It's chakra, but it resists chakra. Yeah, not bad, kid. I have to thank you for the upgrade. I've been needing a new tailor lately. I'm having to need a tailor anyway. Do you think they have tailors in Mount Miyabuku? They have clothes. So, in fact, do you think all the summoning animals who wear clothes have tailors? Is there a snake tailor, a Baku tailor? Maybe I don't know if there's a rabbit summoning. I don't think there's a rabbit summoning, though that would be a creature. I mean, it's Japanese, but the 12 zodiac symbols still are very much a thing in Naruto. I mean, that's what the hand signs are based on. So I would have to imagine each one of those 12 animals must have summoning to them in somewhere. I mean, snakes we know for a fact have. I'm now just going on a tangent here, but I believe there is a cat summoning. So tiger theoretically should exist within that. But a monkey. We know monkey is a thing. I'd have to think more on that, but yeah, I'd have to believe that those summoning contracts exist out there somewhere. Anyway, I digress. So Naruto just like, conjure. I can't get a hold of him. So I can't use Shigarami. I can't get any fabric on him. I don't have enough time or chakra to be able to bind him with any fabric. We'll use a combined transformation. Conjure something with teeth and claws. And obviously he does it. It's like, rise and shine. Boom. He disrupted my jutsu. And obviously then Naruto's just tired out. Just boom, crashes in. And so Naruto wins the day. He's still tired as hell, so he's pretty much just crawling. In the hole, it's unbearable loneliness. The feeling of the isolation, the feeling of being all alone. I know that feeling. But what happened? I found people who cared about me. They accepted me for me, and that's why I'll do everything to protect them. I was like, why would you do this for anyone yourself? Because they saved me. Because they accepted me. They saved me from my loneliness. So I'll do whatever I can, even if I have to kill you. Anyway. So then Gamari and Kankuro take him out. Gamari, Kankuro, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it, Gaara. And the day is saved. And so we would then move forward. I mean, nothing changes in terms of the third's death. Jiraiya taking Naruto with him. Now, Naruto... Shigarami probably asked Naruto, I was like, question to talk to him about sealing. So you're going to teach me more about seals? Oh, definitely. Trust me, I have plans to teach you about seals later on, but this is about a different technique. And Shigarami's like, oh, come on. But this is actually a very interesting concept here. Could you use Shigarami to make a rasengan? I mean, it is still molding chakra. The chakra usually just turns into a thread or fabric of some kind, but it can use chakra. Could you use it somehow to help with a rasengan? Let's talk about that, actually, because that's where we'd be kind of leading up towards. Naruto obviously would still be left alone. He's being promised the rasengan, obviously. Then Itachi and Kasami interrupt. Naruto, please come with us. Shigarami is not. Oh god, Kasami is such a negation to Shigarami because it is chakra that thread is made of initially, and still is composed of. So something that absorbs chakra or cuts chakra like Gentle Fist or Samahade. Oh man, that is like, unless you're using Shigarami's Bankai, that's no good. So Naruto's kind of in the screwed position there. Sasuke still comes in, gets his ass kicked. Jiraiya comes in, kicks their ass. Woohoo. But now Naruto is moving on to trying to figure out the Rasengan. And while the chakra control is better, I don't see it. Well, with Shigarami, you do need fine-tuned chakra, or fine control. So maybe you could at least get the part 1 down with one hand. I think it takes a lot of effort on his part. And he's like, I did it! I did it! But then he shows it off to Jiraiya. Shigarami's like, all these boys with their brute force, they need a little bit more finesse. And then I was like, well, I'll be damned. You actually did get it, kid. But now is the second part. And then she, does the ball. This one, he has to do the 2 hands for. And even then, she still struggles, but ultimately still gets it down. Meanwhile, him and Shigarami are still working on his sewing speed, which is increasing ever so slightly every time he's training. And it comes down to Naruto trying to figure out the final step. Now, when figuring the final step, he's not initially using Shigarami for it or anything like that. But I can see a fun workaround with this. Because at first he's just trying to do the balloon, but then afterwards he starts just practicing with the Rasengan itself. So nothing would change up until they meet Tsunade. Tsunade is still being a jerk and, just problematic. Naruto challenges her to a fight. Now this is interesting. Because Naruto, pulls out his needle. I think, really, you're going to attack me with a little sewing, what are we, little seamstress now? Yeah, keep mocking me. We'll see who's laughing when I throw you on your face. And she obviously just, boom, hits him. He's barely able to react. And then I believe she also, hits him again. This time he's able to, get one thread on her arm, or, on her blouse, so he almost I could see a very comedic scenario where he accidentally pulls her blouse off. Well, whatever she's wearing, tunic, whatever you call it, her shirt off. And it's just like, and Jiraiya's like, it's like, what? It's just, now I'm going to assume she's wearing a bra. I'm going to assume, because otherwise, oh god, Naruto, you grew up a little too fast there, and Jiraiya has now seen a sight that he will never unsee and take to his grave, his watery grave. But I could see in a blooper scenario, what could have happened, that happening. But honestly, what's more likely is Tsunade feels the tug, huh, and just grabs it. It's like, and it's like, or pulls it by the friend, like, huh? Is this a chakra thread? It's attached to that needle. Interesting. Unfortunately, and she just snaps it. Like, what? Unfortunately, she even notes those, that took more effort than I thought to snap it. Huh, that's a pretty powerful thread he's got there. I was like, damn it. It was almost like ninja wire. He's like, damn it. It's like, fine. And then he tries the Rasengan. Doesn't work. She beats him. And so he says, I'll get that down in 3 days. And so he trains. And what he ultimately learns, when we get to the Kabuto fight, is that he can't do a one-handed Rasengan naturally. And 2 hands is still very near impossible. But what he can do is use the fact that it is chakra string to bind the Rasengan kind of in place as he's making it. So it starts to form in his hand. He just goes, and the chakra suddenly kind of creates basically a string cone, a wire cone, to kind of bind the chakra, keep it in place. That does, at least temporarily, create the one-handed Rasengan. Which, it still makes it a 2-handed technique in this case, but still. Now that being said, we'll cut it there short for right now. We'll meet up again on Wednesday for the 3-way deadlock and beyond. Till then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.